Hi everyone, this is Boardgames and Bourbon. Right now I want to talk to you about a fantastic two-player game that really brings dice play, card play, and tidiness all together, so it's a great game on the road. And that's called Tiny Ninjas. It's by Two Universe Games by Ryan Leninger. 15 minutes to play, 8 and over. And how it plays is actually quite simple, but the cool thing is the box itself is its own environment. So if you're looking for a travel game, like on a bus, this is actually where to go. You're not going to lose anything here. Okay, let me show you about it. All right, everyone, so what we're looking at here is Tiny Ninjas. Now, I have it at this angle so you can really see the 3D effect they have in here. So this is the box. You can see it's just a small rectangle, but when you open it, it kind of latches on itself, and it opens up into a little field here. And this is really the main play area. So you're going to go inside. It's going to have a booklet, and the booklet itself is pretty self-explanatory. Not a lot of rules, but portrayed very colorfully. Okay, now once we go in here, it's going to have two sides, and what this does is when you put these down, it's actually going to create the playing area. So I said before that this is a really portable game, and that's because all the playing takes place right in this little box. How cool is that? This is where you're going to be rolling die. Now, these little counters here are what tell you your health of your person, because the game is you start at 10 and you're trying to get your opponent down to 0. And you're going to be doing that through card play and rolling dice, hoping that it works and gets your person down. So I have these both there. And then you have these characters here. Now, some of the characters, like this one here is a purple character. This is going to give you health. Okay, now this one here, it gives you 1 health every turn that you have. And it can be used by any time when you are the attacker. Okay, now the other side here is the green character side, and what this does is it defends 1 damage. It can be used at any time while you are the defender. Okay, so we'll put this here. Then you have these. Now this character here is blue, and the other side is red, and they specialize in a certain kind of attack, adding 1 to any attack. Now to keep this simple, I'm going to put a red opponent over there. I'm going to put the blue opponent, which is a blue attack in the game, over on this side. And then you're going to have 2 die. Now the 2 dice they're really used in 2 ways simultaneously, and both are actually used kind of the same way. This die over here will either attack your enemy for 1 if a card tells you to, or it'll attack it for 2 if it says. The cards might also ask you just to roll white or black. This one here, all the sides are numbered 1 through 6, kind of looking like ninja stars, but it could also be color coded as well. And then to start the game, you're going to get 5 cards. Each person, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't matter what side I'm pulling from. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the way the game works is, this is really the thrust of it. I have 5 cards in my hand. I can attack you with as many cards as I have in my hands. However, any cards I have left over, I can use for defense. And that's going to be important because as soon as I'm done with my turn, my opponent draws up to 5 and then can attack me back. Okay, so what do some of the cards do? Well, for instance here, this is a heal card. You can see cards do both. It says heal, increase your health by the rolled value. Now I would have to take the color die in this case. And if I roll orange, I get 1 health back. If I roll green, I get 2. And if I roll purple, I get 3. Because I'm at 10 health, it doesn't really make sense to do that. But here it says, I can also defend against red attacks. So the cards not only give you certain colors of attacks, they give you certain kind of defenses. This says I can defend 1 to 2 points. If I roll orange, I have 1 defense, green 1 defense, purple 2 defense, okay? Here, this is a straight red attack card, and what this says is it's a red attack. Now, if I was using this card for this red enemy here, it would be +1. So let's say I took this die, and it says, okay, I'm going to play this card. If I roll white, I get 1 attack. If I roll 2, I get black. Come on, luck! And I got black. So black would give me 2 attack. Plus I'm the red person because this is a red attack, and I've now attacked you for 3. Okay, so let's say my other person had this card, the blue player. Well, the blue player has a defend that's yellow, and that means wild. It says 1 through 6. Just roll the color die and let's see what happens. I'm probably going to play that. And it says I defended 2. So I defended 2 of the 3, and I would have gone down to 9, okay? And let's just pretend I played 3 cards from the hand of the blue player. I'm now left with these 2 as defense. Well, all right, now let's just pretend it's the red player's go. And I'm going to go whole hog. Now this says here, I can attack with this card for 1 to 3, a blue attack, which I'm the red player, I might not want to do that. 1 to 6 defense against blue attacks towards me, and since that's the blue player, I might not want to do that. Program. This says, okay, orange, 2 red attacks, green, 2 blue attacks, purple, 2 heals. So something depending. That might be good for like mid-game. It also says defense 0 to 4. That's pretty strong. I'm not going to do that. Let's see what this says here. You can see how the game works here. 1 to 2, sneak attack, defender loses 2 health. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Come on. Boom. And I rolled white 1. So that gives 1 damage. Now, what sneak attack really means in there is if I rolled 1, I give you 1 damage, but the person could defend. 2, this could defend. But if I rolled 3, that's considered the sneak, and it's 2 health. You can't defend against it. So let's just say I expended that, and this person said, I'm going to try to defend against that with my 1 last card, the blue person says, and it defends against red attacks for 2, and that's what you get there. You could roll a die, but it doesn't matter because it's going to come up because it has white and black on it. So, okay, and that's basically how it goes. And you do this back and forth until you go down. Now, there's a ton of cards in here, but not too many that you're going to get lost in figuring it out because the logic of how all the cards works the same. It's self-contained, and it's really nice. It even has a solo mode where when you're playing against the opponent, what you do is you draw a card for defense from the pile, and then you play 3 attacks, and you see if you can survive and get your opponent down. I got to tell you, as far as small box games for 2 people, this is a complete winner. If you're traveling, considering everything is self-contained, look at that. That's amazing. I really think this is one of the most beautiful inserts, and I know there was a new game that came out with stackable boxes. I think it was one of the tiny epics. But boy, oh boy, is this going to give anything a run for its money. I really love it. Again, that game is called Tiny Ninjas. I highly encourage you to check it out and get it if you're into 2-player games. All right, thanks everyone. Talk to you soon.